Hello, today I'll be sharing 2025 O-Level Science Bio, how to prepare ourselves for this paper. So we are focusing on the structured paper. So what are the topics and concepts that we should be focusing on? I understand that it's important to study every objective. It's not a good idea to predict what exactly will come out. However, let's be realistic about it. We have a lot of learning outcomes. So it's important to pay a bit more attention to those concepts that were not tested in last year paper. Therefore, I'll be using last year O-level paper as a reference point to focus on those concepts that were not tested or heavily tested last year. Yes, it is true that the same concept could be tested, but in a different way or format. So it's still a good thing for us to have a run through what could be likely coming up. Okay, so plants and animal cells, make sure you are familiar with the different organelles, their functions, and their adaptations, which is related to cell specialization, such as red blood cell, root hair cell, xylem tissue. Carbohydrates, fats, and proteins is something that we should not neglect. So do know the fats very well, including food tests. If it didn't come out for practical, there's a chance for them to appear in the structured paper. So we also have to examine what came out in this year practical to have a clearer picture of what learning outcomes would they focus on in structured paper. So for this topic on carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, make sure you know um, the enzymes as well as the smaller molecules of which they are broken down into, and of course their functions. Enzymes, yes, pay attention to enzymes. Role of liver, extremely important. How glucose concentration is regulated by insulin and type 2 diabetes. Diabetes is a very common disease. So I'm predicting that they may have a question related to diabetes. So do study that part about diabetes, okay, and why people have it, okay, and what can be done to improve the condition. For example, some people have insulin injection, okay, and the importance of controlling your diet, having a low glucose diet will be helpful. Components of blood like platelets, white blood cell, red blood cell, and plasma, etc. Coronary heart disease, how it comes about, and uh, what is the risk involving this disease, as well as how to improve the condition. Also focus on respiratory system. Okay, know all the parts. Effects of smoking, oxygen debt related to anaerobic respiration. Infectious disease could come up as a data question again this year. So make sure you know all the facts well. They may not test the exact same thing like vaccine. Okay, they may have other focus. Okay, so do pay attention to the rest. Photosynthesis and factors affecting the rate, carbon cycle, global warming, DNA, menstrual cycle, it didn't come out last year, as well as HIV. Inheritance, pay attention to mutation, the definition like genes, etc. Chromosome, all these things. Continuous versus discontinuous variations. For the practical biological diagrams, very important, food tests, enzyme, factors affecting rate of transpiration, as well as a planning question related to plants, either photosynthesis, transpiration, or something else. Okay, let's see how creative they can be. All right, so that's it for today. All the best for your revision for the science bio paper. All right, thank you.